Hi everyone, my name is Tyla Puzey and I'm one of the coordinators for the EAA Young Aviators event. I'd just like to say a very big welcome to our very first social event of the year. Welcome and I hope you guys enjoy.
What a wonderful turnout here. There must be, 100 young aviators here? How did you go about getting all these people?
So we actually started on Facebook and Instagram, and we just kind of, through the power of social media, told people to join us and come see what today's all about. And somehow we managed to get almost 100 people here today, which is amazing, especially for our first event. So I'm truly thankful for everyone who showed up today. So thank you so much. So welcome everybody to our very first EAA Young Aviators social event. I just want to give a little bit of an overview as to what today holds. So we're going to start by doing all of the speeches. I'll be speaking, Karl and Neil will also be speaking, just to give you guys a bit of an overview as to what the community is about, what EAA is about, and then the mock program after that. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Tyla Puzey, and I'm one of the coordinators for the EAA Young Aviators community. I'm here today on behalf of EAA Chapter 322 to introduce this new section or division, which is all of you guys, the Young Aviators. So welcome. So just a bit of a backstory as to why we decided to start this new section or division of EAA. I'm currently a fixed-wing PPL student and I'm working towards my commercial license, but I've been lucky enough to have family already involved in aviation for a number of years, which makes me not a first-generation pilot. When I started flying, I remember there wasn't really a huge inflow of students and it was only really me and another guy, and I remember feeling so overwhelmed and just like I had no one my age I could turn to for advice or to ask if what I was going through was normal. I luckily did have my dad who was always there to answer any questions I had or give me advice if I needed to, but I still just didn't feel like I had anyone my age I could turn to ask for advice. So what we wanted to do, obviously as my aviation journey has also developed, I've met and made so many amazing friends through this journey. But starting out, aviation can definitely be a very one-on-one based industry, especially in terms of how you train with your instructor, you write your exams, you study for them, you book them, compared to almost a normal tertiary education in the sense of having a bunch of kids all in the same classroom, studying the same thing, writing exams on the same day. In my opinion, aviation is definitely one of the harder industries to network and make friends through. So my dad has been involved with the EAA for a number of years now, and subsequently, since I started flying, I've attended a lot of their social events and all of their fly-ins that they've had in the past years. And as you can see on the screen, these are some of the pictures taken from their events of last year and the years before. And the age range is a little bit older than all of us sitting in this room. And so there's nothing wrong with that. But for me, it can just be a little bit boring at times, especially only having older people to talk to, because it just feels like we're in completely different phases of our lives. And just the generation gap is so big that it kind of feels like we don't fit together as easily as it should with someone my age. And so what we wanted to do with this community was create a generation of aviators specifically targeted for our age group where we can all get together, socialize, network, and get to know each other, just how these guys do, but have it specifically for our age group. We also wanted to create a place where we could all gain knowledge and learn from the older generation because they have so much knowledge to give, and right now they have no one to give it to because there is no gap in the middle for any of us. So they're talking to each other, but they don't have any of us to give that knowledge to. And so we want to try and close that generation divide and bring us together slowly but surely to make EAA one with the young and the old. So just some of the requirements for the young aviators. This is a group for anyone between the ages of 16 to 30, and anyone from any section of aviation is welcome to join us. Throughout this year, we will be having a lot of social events, just like this one, but in the future events, we'll be having short talks presented by different people from different sections of aviation, such as an airline pilot, a bush pilot, an aerobatic pilot. We'll be having informational talks, safety talks, pretty much anything that's aviation related that we can learn from and gain knowledge from. This will also allow anyone who's starting their journey to see how many avenues of aviation there really are, and also just to be able to ask for advice firsthand from someone who has the experience. Before each of our social events, we'll be giving a list of who will be giving talks, which you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram to get any of our updates. And you can then decide before any of the events whether you would like to join us or whether you'd rather just skip it, because none of these events are compulsory, only if you would like to join us. After we've had these talks, we'll just be having a bit of a social, getting to know one another and socializing as a group of young aviators together. We're also planning to do a bunch of fly-ins this year, such as a pancake fly-in, maybe an overnight movie fly-in, where we can all catch rides and get to know each other through that, and it'll just create a nice community. All of these fly-ins will be in and around the Gauteng area, so that anyone who isn't able to drive is more than welcome to fly in and join us. Anyone who is also a member of the EAA Young Aviators is welcome to also join for any of the main EAA events and social events, which will happen more frequently than our events. On the screen you can see these are just some of the events from last year, some posters that were posted on their social media pages. These will happen same as this year, but obviously different times. So if you are a young aviator, you are more than welcome to also join for any of their events and for their socials. With all the social events and the fly-ins, our aim is to just make passion and keep the passion for aviation alive outside of your everyday training, exam, or work environment, and just to show what the aviation world has to offer. So to join our Young Aviators community, you will need to pay a membership fee of 250 Rand per year, which will go towards a number of things. So firstly, you'll be receiving a personalized safety vest, such as this one. Anyone who's interested, you can come and have a look at it afterwards. But once you sign up, we'll be getting it made from next month, and then at the social events after that, you can come and collect it. So that's what it looks like. You're welcome to come and have a look afterwards. The second thing that your membership fee will go towards is the catering, like today. So all of the Young Aviator social events will be catered for so that you don't have to pay anything and only what you wish to drink. You will also be added to our community WhatsApp groups where we can chat and talk about anything aviation related and just get to know each other and stay informed about what's happening and what's going on in the aviation industry. And then starting from next month, we'll also be introducing an electronic loyalty card that you'll receive with your membership that will get you discounts to a lot of various places, which are as follows. So, Ground School is offering 10% discount off of their exam subject subscriptions. AirVenture is also offering 10% discount off of their subscriptions, and then additional special discount from time to time. Infinite Aviation is offering 5% discount off of their course prices. Pilot Insurer is offering 5% off of their insurance plans, but please note that T's and C's will still apply. Easy Cockpit, which is a navigation app for those of you who don't know, will be offering 15% off of their VFR charts, and if you have a look on the wall over there just behind the camera, you'll be able to see that's an example of one of their charts. So for anyone interested, go and have a look afterwards. Andrea, please if you can put up your hand. Andrea is one of the founders of Easy Cockpit, so you can also go and chat to her about anything related to that if you're interested. They'll also be giving discounts to their Easy Cockpit and Easy Plan subscriptions. Remove Before Flight Aviation Pilot Shop is offering 10% discount on products purchased online. Pilots and Planes are offering a 3% discount on selected items, which you can find out about either in store at Vanderboom or at Rand Airport. Instrotech is giving a laboured discount rate of 490 Rand per product install, and will also be giving discounted rates on pedostatic, transponder and compass wing tests for 490 Rand per test. Instrotech, for those of you who don't know, is an avionics installation company based in Vanderboom. For anyone interested, if you have your own plane, you want to get a panel put in, they're the guys to contact. FCRS is also offering discounted rates on their high and fly prices for their Sling 2 and Sling 4 to all the Young Aviator members before March 2024. Their Sling 2 is going for $2,000 correction, including VAT. Their Sling 4 is going for $3,000 an hour, including VAT wet. Please see their website for more information. So lastly, EAA is also offering this discounted membership price as opposed to the standard membership price fee. And this will also give you or enable you to get points to be entered into the MOC program, which could win you a trip to Oshkosh, all inclusive and paid for. And for those of you who don't know, Oshkosh is the biggest air show in the world. I've had the privilege of attending, and it is phenomenal. It's nothing like we have here. So for more information about any of these loyalty cards or our sponsors, please go to our website and contact us through there, or you can go onto our social media pages, DM us, email us, or WhatsApp us for any questions you might have. So to obtain a membership, you are welcome to either pay in person at any of our social events, or you can go onto our website, eaa.org.za, and you can fill in your details through there. Unfortunately, our website does not have an online payment system as of yet, and so you will have to do an EFT, which you can find just under where you fill in your personal details. If you keep scrolling, you'll find all your EFT information. So, for all of our future events, anyone is more than welcome to join us. However, if you are not a member, you will have to pay an entrance fee just to cover all of your catering costs and your expenses on the day. If you are outside of our age range and older than 30, you are more than welcome to still join us, but you will unfortunately have to pay a standard EAA membership fee, which is the first one, EAA National and Chapter 322 fee, and then you are more than welcome to join us and join our community of young aviators. So we would just like to say a very, very big thank you to all of our sponsors who helped make today possible, and a big thank you to Pilot Insure for sponsoring all of our future events. And for myself and my family, I would just like to say a very big thank you to all of our social media ambassadors and our EAA committee members for helping get this going from day one and making it the success it is today. So thank you guys very much.
Hi guys, welcome to EAA. Thank you all for joining. Tyla said to me that there'd probably be about 9 or 10 people here. So this is a little bit nerve-wracking for me. I mean, the guys have said they've never seen this place so full. So welcome, thank you for all attending, and we hope to see you all at our future events. So just a little bit about EAA. EAA was founded on January the 26th, 1953. That means yesterday it was 71 years old. So it's quite good timing this, well done, Tyler. One day after their 71st birthday. It was founded by Paul Paparenzi. And that's the guy here in the blue. Great guy, died recently, but brought EAA to where it is today. They started off in his garage basement in Milwaukee, in Wisconsin, USA. And today they've got this phenomenal headquarters and museum at Oshkosh in Wisconsin. Anyone who's been there can attest to what a wonderful facility they have there. Their first convention was held at Milwaukee. They had 21 aircraft and 150 people attended. There's a picture of that. Today they've moved to Oshkosh, where they have over 10,000 airplanes. They get more than 750,000 people in at the event, and it's just the biggest aviation event worldwide. There's nothing else. Just some of the planes you'll see: warbirds, old warbirds, aerobatics, and display aircraft. It's just a great event. I think Karl's going to tell more about it now. So EAA in South Africa was founded by Mike Spence, who was tinkering around with a vintage aeroplane, and he decided there was a need for an association of aircraft builders. He was looking for guys, and he heard about EAA, and it was exactly what he was looking for. So we became the first international chapter for EAA USA. And we held regular fly-ins. We hold monthly gatherings at the EAA Auditorium at Rand, and a lot of breakfast flyaways and stuff like that. You're all more than welcome to join in any of our fly-ins, and we're going to encourage our members to keep a seat open for any of you guys who want to fly in with one of our members in something maybe unusual. You know, you did in flight schools and that, you don't get access to RVs and other great planes. Tyla touched on the MUG system. It stands for Members Awards for Chapter Help. By joining EAA, you get points, and by attending events, you build up points, which go into like an electronic hat, whatever you want to call it. And at the end of the year, we do a draw. We'll have a number of prizes, the main prize being a trip to Oshkosh. So that's the code. Just Oshkosh, little aerial picture, and I think I'm done. Susan's our special guest today. She's come all the way from Madison in Wisconsin, from minus 27 degrees. And she's a member of what they call the Corbin chapter. What number chapter is it, Susan? 93. 93, okay.
Hi, everyone. My name's Susan. I'm from Madison, Wisconsin, like Neil was saying, which is about an hour and a half from Oshkosh, so we can drive or fly. So I think this is so awesome that you're getting a young aviator group together. So important, because so many chapters are a bunch of old people like me. So I am definitely of that older generation. I flew for United Airlines for 30 years and retired as a captain on Boeing 777, which is an awesome airplane. Highly recommend that if you get the chance. So I'll tell you just a little bit about how my career started, just so you have some ideas for your own plans. I did not do a military instruction. I did civilian aviation, so I got all my ratings and licenses through a flight program. And then I flight instructed out in California for a few years, flew charter, and then flew for a few different regional airlines, like small turboprop type airplanes, and finally got 3,500 hours, which took quite a bit of time, but was totally worth it, and then got hired by United. At United, I flew 737s and DC-10s and 777s, and was lucky enough to fly international for about 12 years. So just an awesome career. So if you're thinking about going that route toward the airlines, really, you won't regret it. It's so much fun. But what I want to say to you is it's so important that you're here together and supporting each other. That really makes all the difference. To have each other to talk to, like Kelly was saying, to talk about your problems, talk about your successes, all of that. It just makes such a difference to have someone cheering you on and work together. So this is awesome. You're doing this, and I'm bringing this idea back to my chapter in Madison so we can do what you're doing. So keep it up, support each other. I'm really proud of you for doing this.
Thanks, guys, for being here. Now, this here is supposed to motivate you. I certainly hope it does. But I'm basing it on what's happened to me in my life, and that maybe this is a motivation because it hasn't been too bad for me. Said one of the things the EAA has done since the beginning 71 years ago, as was mentioned, is to show the world of recreational aviation is fun and rewarding by sharing the spirit of aviation. Remaining without an airplane is a very real and perplexing problem for anyone who really wants to fly. Having access to an airplane, and especially a community of aviators, makes a huge difference. EAA's mission is to grow participation in aviation. That is one of the reasons that it's very wise to encourage young people to get involved. The majority of EAA members are over the age of 50, but you can see quite a bit more than that. And it is quite understandable that it might seem boring to be involved with older people in this wonderful fraternity called the EAA. For years, it's been obvious that the aging membership is not only a problem for the organization, but for aviation. A meaningful benefit of joining this fraternity via the EAA Young Aviators is the vast network that I hope you'll appreciate in time. EAA has a total membership of more than 260,000 members and 900 EAA chapters, and is a major force in attracting young people into aviation. This is not a recruiting drive as it might be for employment or for a service like the military, education, commerce, etc., but rather to awaken young people to the tremendous benefits of this magic pursuit of aviation. Being present here today is a sure indicator that you are taking the right steps. You won't all become pilots, and nobody is entitled to criticize you for that. There are so many other pursuits available in the flying world. Unless we have some form of active encouragement as dedicated, enthusiastic EAA members, we would be shortchanging society. You need not necessarily go into professional aviation, but with the people you'll mix with who are or have been professionally involved, the chances are pretty good that you'll follow suit. I was trained and qualified as a pilot in the Air Force and had a few knocks on the way. I clawed my way out of what I perceived to be a black hole, and as a schoolboy, I worked in a model airplane shop on Saturdays and on school holidays. I was guided into a flying job at a hotel in the Drakensberg flying and instructing in a Piper Tripace and Colt in the area and meeting the right people and quite a few of the wrong ones. But I enjoyed that. When I passed the 1,000-hour flying mark and being enthusiastic, I managed to get a great job as a charter pilot with NAC in Swaziland and at Virginia and Durban. A few years later, with about 2,700 hours and experience on many light aircraft, twins and singles, I was cajoled into applying to SAA. That was one of the biggest mistakes, of the many mistakes of my life, namely the fact that I didn't apply sooner. I hit the jackpot and was accepted into SAA at the first shot, and that led to the most golden career that I could imagine, being trained to fly the most wonderful airliners all over the world, and ended my service there at the then compulsory retirement age of 60, and that was 21 years ago. I continued to fly all manner of airplanes for another airline locally and other instances and enjoyed every moment. This is the reason why I'm here, to encourage you by giving my full backing to the EAA Young Aviators initiative. We fly to have fun, and because we love it, we do it safely so that we can do it again. A big thank you to Tyla Puzey and her family for going hammer and tong to give this EAA Young Aviators project life. And I'll end by saying that enthusiasm, dedication and honesty will lead to success for each and every one of you. Thank you.